Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Summer Monet and I am here with you guys to give you the update for the energy of what's up in the air this week. And I have to let you guys know it looks really good. It looks like we're taking a stance in our life. And also we have a new moon coming up for us in Libra on October 6th. So use this time to set new beginnings, to make decisions, and to just open up room for that new energy to enter your life. This week, I felt called to pull from our tarot deck as well as Monology because we do have a new moon coming. So I felt really called for that. So the first card that we did get for this week's reading is the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is reminding me that when it's reversed, we can sometimes expect to see some disappointments or some tantrums that has happened. Another thing I am going to show you guys is this is like moodiness energy. And as we know with the Knight of Cups, it's going to be about our emotions, right? So it's really important that right now we are dealing with the tantrums and the disappointments, and it's also showing us a little bit of like avoiding conflict, like trying to not step on anyone's toes, or maybe this is like some blocked throat chakra as well, like not saying the things that you need to say. And I also want to say this kind of relates to the Mercury retrograde that we're experiencing right now. So if you feel like you're a bit moody, you don't really want to talk with people, you feel like there's just other people are giving you tantrums or you're seeing disappointment, I just want you to know with this Knight of Cups, it's okay to feel those things as long as we are able to move through that energy and express it in a healthy way. So make sure you are saying the things that you need to say, especially with the blue in that card for the throat chakra, and just kind of go with the flow. If you're moody, just feel that out. Don't interact with people if you don't feel like you really want to, is what I'm saying for this week. The next card that we did get to see is the Three of Pentacles, and this is really nice to see because this is telling me like teamwork. People are going to be pulling in ideas together to make something big, to create a bigger picture. So I think this is going to be a great week for you with your work to collaborate, and also just maybe hear some feedback from others on a specific project that you may be working on and how it could be a little bit better. Because as we know, Mercury retrograde is about realignment, like just reconsidering things. So I think also with that being said, using your team and the people that you do work with to reconsider maybe the outcome of a specific project. So that is something I feel with that Three of Pentacles. Now, the next card that we did get is the Sun card. And this is one of my most favorite cards in the deck because I know that immediately when we see this card, we know it's happiness, we know it's joy, we know it's like the epitome of just like excitement, right? But I want to say like the shadow of this card is that the only reason why this baby is able to be so joyous and to be so happy is because they have went through all the other emotions, all the bad emotions, maybe, the disappointment that someone has given you, that, or maybe the moodiness someone has given you. You had to kind of experience all of that to get to here. You had to experience even your own moodiness to then appreciate the sun when you feel happy. So I want you guys to know this week, I want you to shine. I want you to allow yourself to be happy. I want you to allow yourself to feel free, because as we look at this card, we have a baby, on the horse who is naked and who's just had his arms open and just wanting to receive, right? And wanting to give. That's something else I'm seeing here as well. With the yellow and the blue, again, we have the solar plexus and we have the throat chakra. So make sure that you're speaking your happiness maybe into the sun this week, and also being more kind to yourself and to others. And with the solar plexus, the creativity, I feel like this week will also be increased. The next card that we did get is the Six of Swords. And again, this Swords energy is air energy. This card is letting me know that, we are moving on from something this week. We are kind of turning our backs on something and deciding that it is no longer for us this week. And I think that's really powerful to see because it's reminding us that we are, changing cycle. We're moving from point A to point B. We're having a new destination, okay? So it's okay to move on from whatever it is that you need to move on from, that you feel like is not allowing you to grow, that you feel like is hindering you. I also feel like with this card, if someone is looking to move this week, this is going to be another confirmation for you that it's a great opportunity to move, to get into a new place and get into a new environment and new energy. So that's really exciting to see here. Now, the next card that we did get is the Fool card. And I have to say, when I see the Fool card, I get really excited because the Fool reminds all of us that we are kind of, opening up ourselves to like new beginnings and having this like freedom that allows us to be spontaneous. But also with the Fool, it's like, I don't want you to trip and fall, going into these new adventures. So the reason why I'm saying that is because in the Mercury retrograde, it's not the best time to start something new, like a new project, right? So I think that's where that little foolish energy is coming from. But I do want you to take a leap into something if you see that opportunity present itself to you this week. Because when we are looking at the Fool, there is some innocence here and there is adventure. It is about wanting to see the new horizon because you are moving from somewhere and you are now walking into a new beginning, because as you could see, the Fool has, his things with him and his little on his stick. He has his personal belongings, and I just want to remind you guys, like, he is bringing his belongings with him into his new life, into his new paradigm shift. So I also want to say, I think this is going to be a great time for you to just have inventory of yourself, of the certain qualities or energies that you no longer want to have in this new beginning, that you want to move on from. So that's going to be really nice to see. And I think just having that Sun, then the Six of Swords, and then the Fool, I think that's just letting us know, like, the joy that we feel, the joy that we are going to feel is going to come from moving on to something and stepping into new grounds. So that's what I feel with those cards. Now, the next card that we did get is the Judgment card. And again, like I was just sharing with you guys, taking inventory of self. This is just confirming that, because the Judgment card is about self-evaluation, like reflecting. This is a time of sitting within and just taking inventory of your life, right? Seeing what's working, seeing what's not working, seeing what needs to be fixed, and, finding the ways of how to fix that. Another thing I want to say intuitively with this Judgment card is, like, the angels and our guides are calling upon us. They're speaking to us right now. So I want you to open up your ears a little bit more. Open up your senses to see how our angelic realms are communicating with us. It's really important because, as you can see, this angel is literally blowing his horn and letting us know, like, there is good to come. There is so much blessings to come, because when you look down, everyone has their hands open to receive the guidance from these angels, to receive the abundance, right? So I think that in order for us to receive newness, we have to be willing to let go of something and remove something and move on from something. But the more that we do that, we're taking inventory as well of our lives, what's coming in, what's coming out, and just using our discernment to do so. And the last tarot card that we did get for this week is the Four of Swords. And this is telling me about, like, rejuvenation, taking time out for self. Another thing I am going to share with you is that this person is laying down and they're kind of looking at the Three Swords. And I feel like this is about looking at the past and seeing the situations that did not work out. Then you're now just sitting with yourself and figuring out, okay, with self-regulation, with self-evaluation as well, how is it that I can prepare next time, right? Because right now I'm in the resting zone. Now I'm in the recovery zone this week. This is the week where we kind of just have to let the dust settle with whatever we're moving on from. Like, let that dust settle. Look at the situation for what it was and allow yourself to receive that rest and to receive that stillness, so that you could receive the guidance on how to move forward from this specific sword energy. Okay, and then at the bottom of the deck, we did get the Page of Pentacles reverse. And when we get the Page of Pentacles reverse, it's telling me there's a little bit of, like, irresponsible energy here. Maybe someone who could be a little bit lazy or underachieved, right? Maybe even a bit immature as well with the Page of Pentacles, because the Page is always like a youngster, right? Like starting up anew. Because when we get the Page of Pentacles up, right, I kind of feel like this is a person who is taking a leap in their life with a new like venture of wealth. Like, you know, I think of maybe the kid who's starting up a lemonade stand. That's what I think when I see the Page of Pentacles. But having it reversed, it's like it's a bit foolish. It's not really thought through. You're not really reaching for the things you know you can reach for, right? And then underneath that, we have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands energy is like taking that step forward, being that fire energy and starting something anew. So don't be foolish about it. But just remind yourself you can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve when it comes to your wealth. So that's what I'm going to just share with you guys for that. So that's the reading that we got from our tarot this week. So just, again, give yourself that space and that time to just reevaluate, to take inventory of your life, and also use this week to start something new that makes you feel good, that makes you want to take a leap into a new form of your life. And use the people in your life, in your workplace, even your friends, who can help you go back and forth with ideas so that the Page of Pentacles can be upright for you. Okay, so that is just what's going on this week energetically through the tarot. And so the next card that I did pull from is the Monology deck. And the first card that we did get is Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, the full moon in Leo. And I really feel like this card is just reminding us to just always give love no matter what. And when I see don't let your pride get in the way, I feel like this is also going to deal with communication. So if you feel like you need to communicate with someone to say something you really always wanted to say, this is going to be a great opportunity for you to do so that you could feel better about yourself and that you could move on and do the things you need to do that this week has set up for you. Okay, and then the last one that we did get from Monology is a personal issue reaches resolution in the full moon in Cancer. And that's blue energy as well. Can I just share with you guys, we have a lot of like yellow, orange, blue in today's reading. I know you can see that as well in our tarot. So again, I just want to say focus on the solar plexus, focus on the throat chakra this week. But I want to say whatever personal issue, if it is a financial issue, because we did get that reversed, right? If it is an emotional issue that you are currently facing right now, it will have a resolution. And the reason why I'm saying emotional with this is because we have two Cancer cards, right? Two cards with emotions here. So that's what I'm going to share with you guys, that this is the week that you will see the light. You will see the good on its way to you. And you'll be reminded that everything is always happening for you. And then at the bottom of the deck, we did get it's time to take action. The new moon in Aries. And I feel like that's the full energy. Like you may not even know the direction you want to go, but just go, right? Just start somewhere. And I think that's important. And underneath that, we're reminded you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. You're good enough to have everything that you want. You're good enough to have all your manifestations just as you are right now. As long as we are just following the energy that we are given, following our own insights, and honestly just following our own guidance system. I think that's going to be really important for each of us this week. So again, recap for this week, look forward to the good on its way. Listen to what the angels have to tell us. Recover, rejuvenate. Take time out for you, because you will be able to come back an even stronger individual, and just remind yourself of the joy and the happiness that is here for us this week, because the sun is here. So I just want to say thank you all so much for always watching my What's Up in the Air weekly readings. I truly appreciate you. And I also want to remind you guys, if you are looking for a reading for the new moon, or just a reading in depth of what's going on in your life, please make sure to always check the Wizio link in the description box below. I continue to send all my love, my light, and my grace to each of you, and I will see you in next week's reading. Bye bye.